Hello, everyone. We
Yo,
have
what's
here,
up?
yeah, Kyle James. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Okay, yeah, so I will. So, my name is Kyle James. I'm originally from Hartford, Connecticut. I'm a hip hop artist. I rap, sing, make beats, do graphic design, and also go by the healthiest rapper alive. Cause like me, I'm really into like the holistic healing space and the vegan space and all that, alkaline vegan and raw vegan. So yeah, I'm into that lifestyle and everything. So that's why I call myself the healthiest rapper alive.
I was actually, I wanted to mention that you are a self-proclaimed healthiest rapper alive, and I find
Mm.
that awesome. And I feel like it's thought-provoking and inspires people to reflect on their choices as well.
Definitely, because like me being in the hip hop community, like you already know, there's like a lot of toxicness in this industry where people doing drugs and people definitely don't eat healthy and all that. And so yeah, we're just trying to bring something different, bring like consciousness and health to the hip hop community and everything.
Oh, we love that. That's such a ray of light, that expands. Yeah, so today the interview is about hip hop. And
Hey, hip
yeah.
hop.
So why did you discern that hip hop was the right genre for your artistic expression in the first place?
Okay, so me, I just grew up listening to hip hop and rap music. It's just like the genre that related the most to my experience and my life and everything. And just like the people around me in my community and everything were mostly like bumping like hip hop and rap music. So this is like it's like the only genre that I related to the artists when I was growing up and stuff. Definitely my favorite genre because hip hop it was started by a lot of people that like were going through different struggles of life and everything, and like hip hop was a way for people to voice their expressions and everything about what people are going through, where the rest of America maybe they weren't aware of like certain things that certain communities were going through. So people were able to see what we were going through hip hop. And originally hip hop was created to be like a positive thing, basically to like uplift the people and educate people and stuff like that. That's what hip hop started as.
Definitely. Yeah. That actually reminds me like of the whole like the start of hip hop, how I've been learning in the class that um, it was the start of an expression for these communities that didn't have the resources, didn't have the voice in the media, and they took the power for themselves and empowered themselves to bring this art form to life, to also celebrate themselves
Mm.
in the community. Yeah, thank you. And this also brings me to the question that what does hip hop mean to you specifically and personally, as an artist, as a person, as yourself, your identity?
Yeah, so me personally, hip hop it's just a part of my life. Like I feel like it literally goes through my veins. Like I don't know what I would do without hip hop and rap music. Cause like if I would I still do music if it weren't for hip hop and rap? Maybe I don't know. Like I don't know what other genre I would do. Maybe like R&B or something like that, or like I don't know. It's just like what I relate to the most. So hip hop is life. You know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
it's dope to like. One thing about hip hop versus other genres is that the way it's structured, you're able to. I feel like you're able to educate a lot more because you're able to have a lot more words versus like other genres where you're like singing and stuff. You're singing longer phrases, so you can't fit as much lyrics in your music and stuff. So hip hop, you could really be detailed.
Oh,
Like you could really like educate in detail because you have more room. Like you could fit a lot more words on the canvas. You know what I'm saying.
yeah, totally. Yeah, I feel like some other type of songs are great for expression, but yeah, the word like the number of words, it's quite limited for it to
Yeah,
sound better. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Can we
yeah. Because like I
expect?
said, like oh my bad, I'm gonna say one more thing. Like say like a
Huh?
16 bar rap verse, like you'll probably have like a 16 bar rap verse probably be like at least twice the amount of words of like say like a song where you're singing like a slow R&B song or something like that. But when it comes to English, I
Yeah.
don't have to follow grammar rules. I could like purposely mispronounce words to bend them into like my rhyme schemes and everything. So like English, I got full freedom to do whatever I want.
I did want to ask you, did you have like paramount figures that influenced your work in hip hop, for example?
Oh, do I have other artists that influence my music?
Yes,
Yeah, so
in hip
let me
hop.
see. I grew up listening to like a lot of early 2000s hip hop, like 50 Cent. 50 Cent was like one of my favorite rappers. Eminem, Notorious B.I.G., Bone Thugs and Harmony, Max B, which is a rapper from the East Coast, French Montana, Wiz Khalifa. Also like listen to like a lot of like 1970s and 80s like funk and soul music. Really into that too. And I like listening to like Japanese city pop and like all different kinds of stuff. So I got a lot of influences.
Oh,
And then
wow.
also like my friends also influenced me too and make music with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. And how would you say all of those influences like helped you find your sound and shape you into the artist you are now?
So like I said, listen to like a lot of East Coast rap, like from the early 2000s. All those rappers were
Mhm.
like really like lyrical rappers and stuff. Because that's what made me really like rap was like hearing like people like Notorious B.I.G. or something say witty lines that make you rewind the track and stuff like just like creative lines. So that creativity that they brought to it just
Yeah.
made me really like hip hop and rap. And then also hearing like more melodic people like Wiz Khalifa and stuff like that made me want to like incorporate like more melodies and all that stuff in my music.
Yeah. Honestly, that does sound like what you do. Like you make people think, and I feel like your work is so unique, and you're a growing artist, and honestly, I'm expecting to see like a lot of more people getting to know you because
Definitely.
great music, great message, and yeah, great energy, purpose. Yeah, exactly. Um, but I do want to also ask that how are you looking to make an impact with your music in hip hop, but also in the communities you are a part of, or in the world in general as well? Like,
Yeah, so I'll make a lot of music where I want to like inspire people to be the best versions of themselves and know
mhm,
that you can really manifest whatever you want in life. And then also one thing I do that's a lot different than any other artists out there is that I'm really spreading like this alkaline vegan message and the fact that you can heal your body from any disease, you can heal yourself. So this type of information that really the mainstream don't want you to know, because like they want you to be like sick and going to the hospital and not knowing how to heal your body. All this is ancient information. Because if you think about back in the days, like all this information would be passed down throughout the village, passed down throughout the tribe and everything, and we got separated from the ancient knowledge. So I just want to bring the ancient knowledge to the people in hip hop to know that you do have the power to control your health and everything. Because people don't realize why we have so much cancer and diabetes and all this stuff in America, and not just America, but the whole world.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, that's powerful, honestly. Like bringing the power to us to heal ourselves again and everything. Yeah,
hmm
yeah. And how do you think like you are making an impact, like from you as a vessel, but in your opinion, how has like hip hop also made an impact on the current state of the world? What do you think about that?
yeah. So honestly, when you look at hip hop and look at the world, it's influenced every single country. Like I remember it was a while ago, about like maybe like 6 years ago. I wasn't even a vegan yet, but I was at this Indian restaurant, and on the TV they were playing it was like Indian hip hop, like but like it looked just like American hip hop, like
Mm-hmm.
like the stereotypical like a American rap music video.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you see like people all over the world kind of like having a hip hop type style, the hip hop type dress. You know what I'm saying? Like even my homie in Japan I do music with, he mostly sings and plays the guitar, but he's starting to rap now and stuff too. So you're seeing
Mm.
people rap in like every country now, and really hip hop is the biggest genre and it's the most powerful influence. I feel like because, like I said, you do see people all over the world wearing hip hop style clothing and all that stuff, and
Yes, like in the street style, the fashion. Yeah.
yeah, basically, yeah. And like you also see like say like brands like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all this stuff. It was cool before, but it wasn't really cool until like hip hop artists started wearing it. You feel me? Like Louis Vuitton, like I seen a meme. It was funny, like, or it was like a Ralph Lauren meme. It showed like a picture of like some Europe, like some dude that looked like he was from France or some wearing some Ralph Lauren, and it was like this is what the Ralph Lauren models look like. And then it showed like a rapper like Chief Keef, and then it was like this is the people that actually make it popular. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's for real though.
Yeah, for sure. So it's very beautiful how hip hop has brought like all of these cultures together and also has evolved the like the popular culture and the fashion and the music in general and also the language. Yeah. So do you think like but do you think like hip hop should be like inclusive or exclusive? Like what is your take on that, for example?
I think hip hop should be inclusive because like hip hop was about just giving people a way to express themselves. So it is cool seeing like all these different countries of people rapping in different languages and people rapping in French and German and
Mm.
South Korean and like there's all kinds of hip hop out there. But also like people should always remember like who are the originators of hip hop and who created it. So always pay homage to the OGs and everything.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, in my class, I always talk about how I discovered hip hop through Korean hip hop. And now
Hmm.
that's why I'm like taking this class. I'm learning about like the history behind the memory, the culture, everything that made the today's world possible with in regards to hip hop. I do have another question for hip hop and the music you make. So, like in your perspective, what do you think makes a great hip hop record in general?
I think just in general, well, music in general, I feel like if it's a song, no matter what genre it is, it has to like connect to people and
Hmm.
people have to be able to relate to it. So I feel like as long as people can relate to it, it's a great song.
And could you take us through your a creative process of a song you would make, for example?
Okay.
Would that go?
So normally like when I drive all day and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I just play beats and stuff. I play instrumentals and I just be freestyling. And then sometimes I'll come across beats I really like and I'll just save them to a YouTube playlist. And sometimes when I'm like listening to beats in the car, I do like come up with like little choruses and stuff. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna come back to these songs later and write something to them. So normally like my process, I'll have the beat first. Um, I'll freestyle to it, whatever, until I come up with a chorus. Once I come up with a solid chorus, then I'm gonna write my verses, and my verses have to like relate to like the chorus. It has to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, so that's basically my process. Is always the chorus first, usually, and sometimes I'll find the chorus either through freestyling or just like mumbling to myself, like melodies and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And like if I can't find like a good chorus for a song, like normally I don't even finish that song. Like every song for me gotta have like a really good chorus.
That's a great take. I feel it's good for connecting people because the chorus is where everyone like sings together and all of that. Yeah.
Definitely. And then also like most of my songs, about like 85% of my music, I record myself because I have my own studio equipment and everything. And right now I have engineers I pay to like mix and master my stuff and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do a lot of my own graphic design and stuff.
Yeah. You do your own beats as well?
I do make beats sometimes. I buy a lot of my beats from other producers or get beats off my friends and stuff.
Okay.
But occasionally I do make beats though, and I do rap on some of them.
Thank you so much, Kyle, for your time, and thank you for sharing with us your perspective in your music, in the hip hop industry, and also the vegan alkaline. Yeah,
Appreciate you.
yes.